I guess a follow-up question. What I've done with something that, with my barbershop group, if I'm marketing a show or sending a notice out about a show, I'll blind copy 10 people at a time and just say, I thought you might be interested in knowing about our show, which is coming up on blah, 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 blah. How do people interpret that? Is that spam?
Are you sending it from your personal email?
From my personal email.
No.
Probably not, but they also can't opt out of it if they want to opt out. You know, if you're, yeah.
But you're letting your friends know about something without broadcasting their email address.
That's correct.
So that that's what I do all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For something personal, I do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that I don't want everybody to see everybody else's.
No,
so
exactly. And I hate it when I get an email from a friend.
And it shows your email.
15 or 20 email addresses, mine in the middle there someplace. I really dislike that. And I tell them to stop, and sometimes they do.
Now, David, if you were doing that same thing from your personal email and you were saying, I just went to the chamber and oh good, I got their list, that would be bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
But your personal friends, I think they're all right.
No, well, back to email, and one of the things I want to say is I'm only going to be very brief here because actually it's Pam that's the expert on email marketing, and she's doing a free class once a month. It's 2 hours, and I went to
December.
Okay, I went to the one this past Monday. It was excellent. And then you're also going to have a lab that follows up with that. So if you're really interested in knowing how email marketing works, and in particular constant contact, I would go to Pam's 2-hour class and really get a good understanding of it. But I just want to make sure everybody knows about the email power, because push versus pull, everything that we've been talking about in online marketing, almost everything has been pull, where you're hoping you attract people in to interact with you and then eventually buy your product. Whereas the power of the email is that it's a push. So you're pushing out your message. You're doing it in a good way, though, so we can talk more about that another time. But you're following the same principles that we've been talking about for conversation and socializing, but you know it's going to land in the inbox. Okay, that's really powerful. And it also is a way for you to build your email list, because when you send out that email, you can ask people to forward to a friend and encourage them, maybe even give them an enticement, some kind of coupon or reward for forwarding it to a friend. And part of that goes along with that is the virality of it, that it can be sent out, it can be shared on all sorts of social media platforms. And in fact, Constant Contact makes it really easy for you, because you can just put on there, when you send your email, you can announce that they'll put a message on Facebook, Twitter,
Google
Plus,
or what's it called?
It used to be just Facebook and Twitter, and now they've added
LinkedIn.
Okay,
Yeah.
so all of them.
Yeah.
So right when you send your email, a notice goes out on all those channels that
the simple share is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Where you say, okay, I want to share this on blah blah blah, and then you pick which page.
And I'm going to show that. If you send an email newsletter out consistently, you've got that consistency, then it's working hand in hand with your pull campaign. So it gives you a lot more flexibility. So the important thing that I want you all to take away from the 10 minutes I'm going to spend speaking about this is that you go ahead and make sure that you're planning to have an email list and a way to send out your emails. There's all these different email clients, it's over 100 of them, Pam?
Yeah, probably.
At least. And what I have here, and I posted this yesterday on our Facebook page, so don't bother to copy it down. But what I did is, this is really kind of an interesting comparison. You can put in any of the email clients. So if there's another one that you're not using, you can go in here and add that to see how it compares on all of its features. And so I compare Constant Contact, iContact, Vertical Response, MailChimp, and Aweber. The reason I put Vertical Response in is I saw that it had the most themes for templates. And what my conclusions are, I don't remember if I did. My conclusion for a small business owner, unless you're going to get really sophisticated with your autoresponders, is that Constant Contact was the easiest to use. has a wonderful selection of themes. The cost is reasonable. It goes up depending on how many emails you have or sending out. So I send out almost 1,000, so it's $30 a month for us. But if you're under 500, it's 15. And then is there a $9.99?
No.
No?
No, but there is a 60-day trial where you can try it.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. There's no double opt-in. So that means that if I'm at a mixer and I get cards, I can just type them right in. Now what I've done is I've asked permission. Whenever I get a card, if I think I want to put it into my email list, I say, is it okay if I put you on my newsletter list? And everybody always says yes, because it would be rude not to. But then they could always opt out later on, and that's happened, so then that's fine. But at least they don't accuse me of spam. And on Constant Contact, because they don't have the double opt-in, which is an extra kind of nice feature if you have massive emails, but it's nice because, Pam, why is it nice to not have double opt-in?
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
well, let's say
Try
that
to
you
be
put
Pam as
somebody
much
in and they have to opt in on top of them saying yes to you face-to-face, but now they have to opt in.
Right.
And maybe
So they'll get a
while you're not there,
different-
they won't be so nice.
Okay.
I
First one.
thought that the double opt-in met a requirement for email marketing. Apparently
No.
not. What's the advantage of a double opt-in?
Well, I don't think there is an advantage
I think-
for any of us here. I think there is an advantage for some of these really big operations that do massive emails. But I don't think
Yeah.
there.
I think it's more of an advantage for the provider. So AWeber requires, I think, a double opt-in.
Right.
And I think it's because they get a lot of people that have a tendency to spam people, and they're protecting themselves with that double
Yes.
opt-in.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a good answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you bring any of these, Tim? Your-
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, we can send it as an attachment. Okay. So Pam has, you might want to talk about this, but there's a 60-day free trial. Now, there's some disadvantages. You can only use 100 emails, but it's 60 days free, so you can try it out. If you sign up and pay, you get a free theme that matches your website. Is that correct?
They
You wanna-
take and make a template to match your website.
Yeah, and I'll show you a template in just a second. But just briefly, when I check in, now since I'm already a member, this is the first thing I see. And here's where it's very easy for me to add my contacts. So here's my contacts. I just click add and update. And here are the recent emails that I sent out, how many that it is sent, how many were opened. It can give me as much information as I want. Here is when you first sign in, and this is what Pam can instruct you on if you go to her seminar. You put in all your own personal, your own business information, and that way when you pick one of the templates, it's already filled in for you. So that makes it much easier to just pick a template and be ready to go on it. So you see I put in online biz smarts and our phone number, our physical address, which you need to have on a newsletter. You have to have a physical address. Let's see, my signature line, my email settings, it kind of goes on and on. But let's see. Oh, and then here's where I went into edit, where I changed it from the Smart Group to Online Biz Smarts recently, because it kept showing up as that. And then my website address changes as well, so I had to keep that up to date. So here's where you upload your logo, and they put it in the header automatically for you. Can you guys see this? Okay. And here's where, if I want to do an email, no, I'm sorry, this is my contact list. And here's another important thing. I'll show you a format to use to be collecting your emails in case you don't have one of these clients yet. But you want to start separating them according to lists so that, like existing customers. I think I have it right here. Wait, I'll go back to that. Is it? There it is. This is just a simple Excel sheet, and the way you put in your information, it's all, the first column is the email address, or you can change the order of it. But the best thing, the most important thing is email address. After that is the first and last name and then company. They allow you to put in everything you want. So if you want it to be your contact manager with all the information about somebody, you can use it for that. But this is all that I put in because of time, and this is all I need for doing my emails. But then I split into like current customers, future customers, people I hope that will become customers, product A, and next page is product B. So when I do an email, I may or may not click on all of those lists. Back to the list page.
Does that Excel spreadsheet get loaded into Constant Contact?
Yes, you can
Yes.
just upload it right. It's
Okay.
very easy. Let's see. You can paste and copy it here from a file is what you would do if you already had it on Excel. You click here, and you could upload it right from your computer.
So
Does it say
can you
Outlook
upload
on
from?
the end?
This is Outlook, CRM, or member management.
Oh,
So Barb, your Outlook, you literally can click on that and go get a list from your, okay. So
Yeah.
let's say you're building it in a special file folder, you can go get that.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about Constant
Okay.
Contact. I was in a debate,
How much do you
and my
pay?
VA talked me into AWeber, and I'm not sure it's the
How
right.
much do you pay for that a month for your
I'm
AWeber?
paying it for it by the year,
Oh, okay.
and I think it was $169 for the year,
Okay. Oh, that's not too bad.
I think.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close. I think they're all.
Yeah,
pretty
she said the
close.
cost was virtually the same.
Yeah.
One of the features that I know Pam talked about on Monday, and I wanted to point out, is that they have a section called Grow My Contact List, and I'm really focusing on that now because my big push is to grow our email list. It's at about 1,000. I want it to be, what, Mike, 5,000?
10.
10,000, okay. Text message, Pam, you did a really good job explaining how to do that text message. So I've done it already. You click on that, and there's a little video that tells you, it's a slideshow, and it tells you how to do a text message. And
From Constant Contact.
Mhm.
It's text to join.
Text to join, okay, and so I already did that, and it asks you for what keyword you want, and I chose BizSmarts. I would have chosen online BizSmarts, but that was really long. So if you're texting that in, that would be a lot to punch in. To 22828, it assigned a number to us. And so I'm going to add this to a lot of different places so people can just text 22828, and then if they write in BizSmarts, it's going to go to Constant Contact. They'll send a text message back saying, go ahead, wait, how does it work?
So
That's
they'll
your
do
Pam.
this, they'll text to that, and then they'll get a response back from Constant Contact that says, thank you for joining our email list or something, whatever message you put in there.
Mhm.
And then it's gonna ask them for their email, and then they'll type in their email, and they'll send it back, and that automatically gets added to the Constant Contact list.
So
Yeah.
that's the opt-in, is sending the.
Right.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And that's an opt-in.
Yeah.
So I actually started a new list just for text numbers.
Good.
Okay.
Good for you.
And they had told me to, so. This just shows you a little bit of, when you go to the templates to do your email, like, I already have a custom template, which I'll show you, I'm sure you guys have seen, but I'll show it to you. And this way I could do like something for fall leaf here would be a nice one, but it would put in all my information, so there'd be minimal changing around.
We still have online BizSmart.
You still have that above where it's set, above here, right, Pam?
Mhm.
It'll be right there.
Oh, above the
Yeah.
template, okay.
Yeah, and you can leave it in or take it out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So finish up. Here's the one, I had this done by a VA, and the way it works is that it's just like that on my email list, but as I keep changing my newsletter, I really go and copy the last one I did, because I keep making changes, but I always have this one saved if I need that basic one. And I'm not sure how much this cost me because I'm paying, it was kind of a lump sum, a bunch of work she's doing for me.
What's a VA?
But virtual
Virtual
assistant.
assistant.
Oh,
Thank you. Invaluable.
Did I already say this? If you sign up, you get the $99 value of a
Constant
custom.
Contact till the end of the year.
Okay.
If you signed up in your paid account, they will build your template for you. That probably will save you 2 to 3 hours worth of time getting started.
At least.
And if you're gonna sign up and pay for the account anyway, you might as well take advantage of that so till the end of the year, they're offering that.
Yeah.
Where they go and
Remember
match
when
your
I first
webpage.
did Constant Contact 4 years ago, I really struggled with
they
getting my
match
logo
it?
the right size and.
They go and look at the
Color
look
scheme?
and feel, yeah, color scheme and maybe grab your logo and that kind of stuff.
What about if you've already got like a banner that you're using for Facebook, and will they put that in there?
They probably could,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I would think so. This just shows how, after the email's done, how you send it, and you put in here which lists. So I usually send to all my lists except my Amazing Teas list, because they don't want to hear about social media. And there's a spell check. Here's where the simple share is, so that you can share it out right away with all of your social media. And then you click on schedule, and I don't think I did a slide on that, but you can either, I didn't, you can either send immediately or you can schedule it. And so what I've been doing is on Sundays, finishing it up. I finish at the end of the week, then I wait a day or two and read through it again and check it. And then I schedule it on Sunday for Monday morning. It's just real easy and it goes out. So what have I left out? A ton of stuff, I know.
Well, yeah, but you did it in like 10 minutes.
I know.
I thought you did a great job. I was like,
Oh,
wow.
thanks.
I could
So
really
that
use
kind of
my-
silly. I should have Pam
The
doing
comparison is on the website, you said.
The comparison, the link is on
Yeah.
Facebook. So if you click on that link, you'll
Yeah.
go to the website that does it for you.
That does all the comparison.
Yeah.
I have
you
a friend who
can
just did
change-
MailChimp, and she loves MailChimp, so I'm just trying to, because I think I'm going to get out of Aweber, because I don't like the double opt-in.
What's the disadvantage of MailChimp?
It doesn't have.
It doesn't have
I use
much.
it as well for one
Does
organization,
that have
and
double opt-in?
No.
it
Doesn't have a lot of templates, very
it-
small choice.
It doesn't have as many bells and whistles and tools, and there literally is a free version if you have, I think, 500 or less contacts.
Yeah.
Very minimal for very small, but does not have the vibrant connectivity and tools that I
No.
get with Constant Contact.
And the other thing I read, and I don't know if this is true, but Constant Contact is the most most liked by email management. So that when you send a Constant Contact, it gets through more easily instead of being called spam. And there's also a feature where you can do a spam check to see how likely your email will be spammy. It looks at the kinds of words you've used, your colors. So if you use too much red, which I used too much red last week,
A lot of words like free.
Free is bad.
Yep.
Exclamation's bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Exclamation mark in your subject line. So
Interesting.
I got a spam warning because I put, on the 60-day free trial, I was promoting that, and I
Mhm.
put no credit card needed.